life is not as simple as just deciding which rock it is, which we'll do in a second. You've got to make sure that it is actually a rock. And none of these, actually, this one is meant to be a rock. It's obsidian. But they all look very, very similar. See, these two rocks look similar, even though this is a mineral. It's calcium fluoride. It's not a rock. And this one's actually glass. All right. All of these, this one's quite soft. This one's quartz, apparently, but I think it's glass because it doesn't scratch the glass. The quartz, even though it looks perfect, is scratching the glass quite severely. All those big ones are this. So this is quartz, and that is a mineral. And the glass doesn't scratch it. The obsidian is meant to, so I think this is fake. I think this is coloured glass. I did buy that. All right, this I think is rounded off glass as well, made to look like it's a quartz piece. So that's a fake. No wonder they're so cheap. And calcium fluoride, this looks legit. I think that'd be hard to fake that one. And it is soft. All right, and that's a mineral. So just be aware, these ones I think are glass. That was legit, that's a legit. So how do you know it's a mineral? Well, usually it's clear, it's got a nice shape to it, and it's homogeneous, but not necessarily. And you can have fakes, okay? You can have from pretty strange stuff too. Usually if they're metallic, I'm not going to open this one because it's a little bit dangerous. That one's got like long shards. Sorry, it's hard to see. What is that? Stibnite. And this one, that's iolite, sorry, but that is a mineral. I do have a square one. Arsenarite or something. That's a nice square molecule. Crystal. I'm not going to open some of these because they've got heavy metals, so I keep them sealed. So if it's crystal, you're in good hands as far as knowing it's a mineral. This one here is just sodium chloride. It forms, the little squares don't get bigger. It doesn't get bigger and bigger. The little squares just form over the top of each other. And calcite is really cool. That's calcium chloride, but it's in crystal form. So if it's clear and it's a crystal, well, that's fine, but sometimes you can't tell. And they can be super weird. This is called gypsum's rose. So the crystals can be like some crazy, somehow it looks like a rose in one direction. Maybe in that direction. So that's a crystal too. Interlocking circular shapes. There's just no end to the weirdness. So that's probably one way to tell. All right. And I have seen in exams things like this put in here, and these ones too. That, even though it might be 100% rock, is fossilized wood, so it's a fossil. And same with this one. This is a shell. Well, it's not actually a shell. It's calcified in the inside now. So fossils aren't rocks, all right? Well, those ones aren't. And this one's quite light. This one's amber, and often there's fossilized materials inside it. This one here is what I like to think is man-made sedimentary rock. It looks like conglomerate rock. It's a piece of cement, okay? So it's pretty rough. I have seen these sort of questions in exams, especially the amber and the fossils. And the minerals is probably a legit one I don't see enough of. That should be mandatory in all rock exams so that you know the difference. Okay? So from here on, I'm just going to work with rocks, but it's not that easy to know whether something's a rock or something else. By the way, steel, I kind of think it was a man-made igneous rock. And glass, I'm not quite sure if it's igneous, man-made igneous or man-made metamorphic, but that's fine.